tonight we pray completely. Shelter us with love so sweetly. Tonight, please fight the dangers from our eyes. Please, God, protect me from sorrow. Ufros aleinu, sukat shlomecha,
עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני העם סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה.
Be the light inside the darkness, be the hope, burning bright into the night, be the voice, for those who cannot raise it, be the one who leads the way, through the world's darkest days, be the light. Be the light, be the light. When days feel long and all that's left inside you, our darkest days reach for the light to guide you. The miracle of change begins with sparks of light we find within that shine. If we come close together, we will see a people strong, a shared humanity, to transform darkness into light, to lead with love instead of might. We shine, we shine. Be the light, be the light inside the darkness, be the hope, burning bright into the night, be the voice, for those who cannot raise it, be the one who leads the way, through the world's darkest day, be the light, be the light, be the light. Be the light.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Let's begin by singing a psalm that says how good it is that we're here together. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Do want to remind everybody that you can come here to services right now. We have a pretty big space. You can spread yourselves out so you don't have people so close. But please join us and be here in person to feel what it's like to be in this space. Lita Katan is here, and we're going to ask Lita to come up to light the candles this evening. We are on page 2, if you'd like to follow in the Siddur, and you have Siddurim under your chair if you'd like to look for them.
Go ahead, Lita. Yai lai 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 lai, 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 yai lai 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 lai. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Thank you, Lita. So as we light the candles, we brought some melody, some song into the space. And now it's time, this is my favorite time of the service, where we come out of the week. Each week is so unique There are different victories. There are different challenges. Some days you go around and you have, some weeks you go around and you have an incredible amount of energy, and other weeks you're just, nowadays there's really no distinction. You can't figure out, why am I so tired today? Or why do I have so much energy today? It's a little bit different than it's been in my whole life. So now's that time where we say, okay, whatever this week was, we can leave it behind. We can hold on to the things that we need to hold on to, and we can let go of those things that are troublesome for us. You know, and in some cases, you might want to hold on to those troublesome moments and reflect through them during Shabbat. So this is a time for us to refresh, a time for us to kind of bring ourselves to a place of just being for one day, out of the rat race of the world, and find our peace. So let's go through our week, each day, from last Saturday evening when Shabbat ended, and participate in a Chazarat HaShavua, a review of the week. We turn now to page 20 in the Siddur, and we continue to sing for Shabbat. And now we welcome Sabbath Bride.
Lecha dodi likrat kala, yalala, 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, yalala, 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor v'dibor echad, hishmiyanu המאוחד, אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד, לשמו תפארת ולי תהילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יללה, 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 בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יללה, 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 Shabbat nekabela
Verse 5.
Hitoreri kiva orech kumi uri shir daveri kevod Adonai alayich nidla. Yalala, 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, yalala, 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela.
If you'd like to rise and face the entrance, or you can face the entrance where you are, and we welcome the Sabbath Bride into every sanctuary and every home.
Boi v'shalom ateret bala yalalai, yalalai, b'nei Shabbat, nekavela. Lechadoti likrat kala, yalalai, 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 b'nei Shabbat, nekavela.
We've now reached the Baruch Hu and our call to worship. Please stay standing. 24.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach, HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. HaMevorach, HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
You may be seated. Let's close our eyes now. We sing the Shema together. I like to think of a Shema. The Shema prayer is that which unites everything. That when we talk about the oneness, it's how every single thing in the universe is tied together. So we sing Shema for the connections between all of us. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. We move forward in our service to that time when the Israelites were crossing the Sea of Reeds. It's on page 40 of the Siddur. This is where we take that understanding that we're tied together, we put that into the joy of our freedom together. Ya ba ba bim bim bam. Ya ba ba bim bim bam. Ya ba 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 bim bam. Ya ba ba bim bim bam. Ya ba 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 bim bam. Ya ba ba bim bim bam. Ya ba 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 bim bam. Ya ba ba bim bim bam. Ya ba 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 mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai. Mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh. Norati lo do sefer. Norati lo do sefer.
Ma'alechutecha ra'u vanecha bokei hayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam ze'eli anu ve'amru Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed.
We turn now to a prayer, a night prayer. In the evening, as we lay down to sleep, we think about, a lot of times when you lay down to sleep, you think about everything that's going on in your life. You think about the problems you might be having that day, and you lie and you're at your most vulnerable, and you're in silence. And so we ask that at that time, especially this evening, that there be a shelter of peace that comes over you, that you find that peace and stillness as you fall to sleep, so that you can have a restful sleep and wake up in the morning more relieved and just a tiny bit more peaceful. We turn now to the Amidah. The Amidah is found on page 46 of the Siddur. We rise together. We say these first words, and then we'll continue silently. You can use the prayers from the Siddur, prayers from your heart, and then we'll come back together to conclude.
Adonai tzvatai tivta Adonai tzvatai tivta ufi yagid tehilatecha ufi yagid
Turn now to page 253 in the Siddur. If you're at home, the words will come up on the screen. I'd like to take a time, of course, during every service to think about those people that are in our hearts and minds tonight because they're in need of healing. So we'll sing the first part together, which asks for our strength to be able to go and be with those people we love and care about. Then we'll read names we have a list here. There are people on the chats, and then I'll also come around the congregation so I can get names from you that are here. And then in the second half of the blessing, we'll pray on behalf of all those names called.
May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say,
Moshe Hillel ben Avraham, Shirley Block, Jean-Claude Berthet, Shalom Bluestein, Bernard Birnbaum, Eitan Chaim, Woody Clark, Joseph Cohen, Pearl Councilbaum, Tamara Deverell, Norma Glickman, Patty Goodman, Andy Hale, Helene Hale, Dora Kamara, Ira Laufer, Sheila Merowitz, Marissa Bat Yaakov, Reuven Verifka Adina, Daniel Papp, Rachel Bat Chana V'Chaim, Rachamim ben Avraham V'Leah, Harav Aharona Bat Tzvia V'Yosef, Warren Roston, Ruth Schwartz, Rhoda Sharp, David Stein, Pessel Bat Gittel V'I,
Sherman Stein and Pat Zeimer, Morris Baum, Malka Bat Mordechai Verucho, Harold and Violet Gerder, Brian Fortman, Andy and Helene Hale, Lois Lebman, and Rita Newman, Estelle Balapol, Lois Bejarano, David Kunkel, Judith, Audrey, the Barbies, Margie Reisberg, Andrea Reisberg, Mindy Kanaski, Lori Highland, and Laura Heshon, Lupe Hera, Nessa Weinman, Rhoda Passavoy. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. There's a phrase that I think of often when I'm writing or editing a Devar Torah, like this evening, or a sermon, and that is the phrase, don't fall in love with your writing. Anyone who's a writer may have been told this. Don't fall in love with what you've written, because when you go to edit it, it may come completely out. There might be a section I feel is like, oh my God, it's so beautiful, it's so poetic, it makes the point perfectly, and then when I read the whole thing, it's obvious that that one section doesn't really add anything to the whole experience of the entire piece. You know, it may be beautiful, it may be poetic, probably brilliant, but it doesn't serve the Devar Torah or the sermon, nor does it complete the concept that I'm writing about. Why? Because the writing, what was that? Oh, that was the iPad. The writing exists.
Still working.
Your iPad wants to participate in the Devar Torah this evening.
Something went wrong.
Something went very wrong. The writing exists to express an idea or a teaching. And if there's something in the writing that doesn't hold up to the concept, that doesn't belong as part of it, it doesn't serve the purpose of writing the Devar Torah or writing the sermon. Although I might be attached to it, it doesn't create exactly what I want it to create. The purpose of the Mishkan, the tabernacle, a sanctuary, as we learned in Truma, is for God to dwell among us. In the Torah portion, Truma, we learned the blueprint for the tabernacle. Last week in Tetzaveh, we actually learned, exactly what materials, that they would make the actual materials, and they're getting ready, and they're going to really build the thing. And then this week in Ki Tisa, they actually finished building it. By the way, it also has the golden calf and Moses smashing the tablets and going and getting up another set of 10 Commandments. But I want to concentrate on this other part, because this part actually is the central thing that's happening. And it is to create a space for God to dwell, as a space for you and I, for people to dwell, and indeed a place God dwells with people. It's a space like this one that we're in right now. And as you come in here, this is the place where we try to bring something divine into our lives and elevate our spiritual life. So, in the Torah portion, after they built it and after all this is happening, Moses is up on the mountain, he's getting the 10 Commandments, and he's taken a while. He's gone, and people are restless, and they're impatient and panicked, actually. And they implore Aaron to make for them a god that they can pray to. Aaron has them bring all their gold earrings to him, and he, makes a golden calf. And then they say, this is our God, speaking to the golden calf, this is our God who brought us out of the land of Egypt. They even go too far as to say that the calf actually is Adonai, that they're going to gather together and they're going to make all of their prayers for Adonai, and Adonai indeed is that calf. In many ways, the Israelites turn from God dwelling among them as a spirit that envelops a space to this golden animal figure who they turn to as God's self. They pray to it. They dance around it. They sing to it. And the calf, I'll imitate when I tell this story to the kids, the calf does this. Calf doesn't do anything. It can't do anything. Rabbi Shefa Gold has a beautiful spiritual teaching about this. And it describes the tension between an essence of God and the physical being of God in this story. She writes this, quote, "The Mishkan exists for the space within it. It is a structure that is built to send us to that holy innerness. All of its beauty, color, and design are dedicated as a nexus point between the human and the divine, between heaven and earth. The important part is not the outer form, but what is inside, for that is the place inside the Mishkan where God speaks to us. The further within that space you get, the more holy is the space. In contrast, the golden calf is solid and existing of and for itself. We supply the gold, but then the calf seems to take on a life of its own. Aaron describes the process as, I cast the gold into the fire and out came this calf. The calf has zero interior space. It glorifies itself. It is full of itself. It represents the most dangerous hindrance in the life of spiritual practice. That of worshiping and staying attached to the forms rather than allowing those forms to send us inward to the essence, as is their purpose. I want to repeat that last line. I think it's really significant. It hinders our spiritual practice because our practice is that of worshiping and staying attached to the form rather than allowing those forms to send us inward to its essence, and that's the purpose. As I read that passage, I thought about the difference between attaching to a feeling and attaching to a specific thing. Even in these services, the prayers and the melodies and the words we share are designed to elicit a sense of the divine. The essence of what we do here on these Friday nights and on these Saturday mornings is to elevate our souls to be better in the world. As leaders of this service, everything we do has to serve that objective, to create a space between us so that we will all sense the divine. I can't think, this will be a great service because I have a killer sermon. The cantor can't go into the service saying to herself, this will be the best service ever because I'm singing the greatest Hashkivenu ever written. Even if she is singing the greatest Hashkivenu that was ever written. In other words, sometimes in creating the space and the room for all of us to move forward, we might feel that these words or this one particular melody alone is going to get us there because it's so beautiful, it's so perfect, it's so well written. That's like worshiping the calf, attaching ourselves to that thing in order to feel. You too. You can't rely on one moment in this service to catapult you into feeling spiritual uplift. Each of us serves our purpose here to help each other through the prayers, to help each other through the silence, and to just find our place in a space, wherever that space may be. Indeed, in the end, just by coming here tonight, whether it's in person in this sanctuary or watching it in the comfort of your home, this gathering itself helps us and leads us all to experience Shabbat. It helps us to realize, I hope, our own spiritual uplift. And it's not through one prayer. It's not through one melody. It's not through this Devar Torah, but through the mingling of all of it. the mingling of our hearts together in song, in prayer, through our gathering and the power of our heritage and the power of our tradition. That's what gets us there. So as we continue to be together, may we come to feel this time not as a thing that will do our spiritual work for us, but that this time and this space is like existing in the Mishkan of our people, the Mishkan of our lives, a dwelling place to uplift our spirits. Ken Yehi Ratzon and Shabbat Shalom. Now we're going to move towards the end of our service with our concluding prayers. That begins on page 282 of your Siddur. And now the Cantor will sing the most beautiful Aleinu that's ever been written. No. Please rise and please rise in body or spirit. It's frozen.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוצר הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו ביובל מרומים, הוא אלוהינו עליון, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו
You may be seated for a moment. We turn now to Kaddish Yatom on page 294. And this evening, we especially remember those members of our congregational family who are observing Shloshim, the first 30 days after the death of a loved one. The families of Carol Kravitz, Yehudit Nissenbaum, Jack Sandowski, and Selma Bossi. And we also recall those members of our congregation who have died at this season in years past, whose yahrzeits occur on this Shabbat. We remember Gertrude Friedman, Raymond Post, and Peter Churchick. Is there anyone else here who is here to say Kaddish, whether it's in Shloshim or the first year after the loved one's death or a yahrzeit that occurs on the Shabbat? Please call out the name of your loved one. Thank you, Maureen Melvin. And if you look up on the screen, you see the full list of those that have died at this season. And we remember all of them and take them into our hearts. And we add to this those that are written on Facebook or YouTube, if there are any names.
Steve Bornstein,
We remember all of those names called today. We take them into our hearts. We also remember all of those that have no one to say Kaddish for them. We remember all those that were lost in the Holocaust. We remember all of those that have died in the last 2 years from COVID-19. And we remember those that have died from the violence in our world recently. As we rise together, we say Kaddish Yatom as a community. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'ilma divrach irutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayachon u'v'yamechon u'v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'v'zman kariv v'imru, Amen. Yehi shemei Rabbah mevarach le'olam u'l'olmei olmaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei d'kudusha b'richu, Leila min kol berchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran be'alma v'imru Amen. Yehi shalama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'al kol yoshvei tevel, V'imru, Amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us, to Israel, and to the whole world. And we say,
Amen.
Amen. You may be seated. We've got some announcements to make. Wait, I got to find my announcements here. All right, you're first.
This Tuesday night,
It's the best night of the year.
The best concert of the year. The best first concert of 2022.
I'm going to try not to be attached to it, though, but I will enjoy it.
Me too. But I'm a little bit attached to it.
Oh, you're allowed to
I would really love for people to, yes, we will probably stream it, but I want to encourage people to be there in person. It will be safe. There it is.
There it is.
Music providing a place of openness. We have some spiritual reps going on. Shared some with Rabbi Aaron earlier.
Yeah.
It's going to be very special. So
Do we have a preview? Didn't we have a preview?
We do, and he gave it away. Here's a preview of a little part of one song with two of our musicians that I wanted to share. And I think, before we share it, that if you're at home especially, you should get out your phones or your computers and go to tbh.org/lifelong learning. I'm sure Tanaz. And sign up right now so that we know in advance how much food and drinks and stuff like that. But here's a little piece of rehearsal from yesterday.
Congratulations on your new baby.
That is Jenny Asher, the unbelievable violinist who's also even singing, who's also a cantorial student. That is her baby, Sinan.
Sure it is.
And he was so cute. Actually, he was cute once I held him because he was crying when I wasn't.
Oh.
But if Sinan liked it, then everybody should join us.
Exactly.
And
it's going to be
support
great.
his mom. Yes, that baby is so cute. Thank you.
Right. The second thing I'd like to announce is something happening tomorrow night. It is the Hebrew Hillbilly. It is there it is right there, a wonderful play. It is one of the longest running solo musical plays in the United States, as a matter of fact. It's based on singer-songwriter Shelley Fisher's life growing up, Jewish, in the redneck South. The show features 16 original songs inspired by the blues and rock and roll in her hometown, Memphis, Tennessee. And it's a crowd pleaser from coast to coast. And I've seen this show. It's really excellent. She's a thorough professional, has an incredible kind of soulful, bluesy voice. And it's a wonderful show. And we've got plenty of room in here, so we can accommodate a lot of people, even spread out. So please join us. We still have tickets available. Where do we go for that? tebh.org/hillbilly. tebh.org. Actually, it's slash. I'm going to say slash. I got in trouble for saying backslash because I think backslash is this way. It's actually this way. So tebh.org/hillbilly. hillbilly. And please join us for that. Would be fantastic.
All right, believe it or not, next Friday is Shabbat Spark.
Whoa.
So we do have at least 6 to 8 of the cutest kids coming to sing. Not just cute, but they're dedicated. And they've been having Zoom rehearsals with me for this next generation of kids to learn the music of Spark.
Wonderful.
So we will have our band here join us right here at 6:15 p.m. And then...
Great.
One last thing. Also, the end of next week, February 27th, join the Sisterhood at a private home. Marge is here, says yay. Learn about the neuroscience of why women seek friendships. You can read more about it there. We can only make friends if we seek to make friends. So join us. I'm really looking forward to it. And RSVP today. I think that's it, Rabbi. Oh, you know who I have to thank? First of all, our accompanist of the evening, Rabbi Aaron, for playing the guitar so beautifully. And Daniel's here. We've missed him. Dan is here. So if you notice that the video and audio was particularly good, it's because we have only the best here. And that's it. All the RSVPs Tanaz has put into the chats.
For our final song, if you'd like to stand and body your spirit, please do so. If you're comfortable or you're here with a spouse or something and you don't mind putting your arm around them, or they don't mind you putting your arm around them, please do so. And we'll end with Oseh Shalom.
And we'll see you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m.
10 o'clock in the morning. I will see you then.
Oseh Shalom, Biroma, Yaseh Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'imeru, Amen.
One more time. Oseh Shalom. Oseh Shalom. Biroma, Yaseh Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel, Ve'imeru, Amen. Yaseh Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel, Oseh Shalom Biroma, Yaseh Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'imeru, Amen. Ve'imeru, Amen. May you feel blessed and safe. May you feel luminous and loved. May you feel joy, and may you feel whole. Shabbat Shalom.